today I am doing basically a first impressions video because I just tried out so much new makeup. All of the products that I got in my Sephora unboxing haul, I will have that video linked down below. I showed you guys everything that I picked up and I tried them all out today on camera for the first time, and this is the makeup look that came out of it and I absolutely love it. I used my palette for my eyeshadow that I got recently in my Beige Cosmetics order, so I will have that video linked down below as well if you want to check that out, because I've just been trying a bunch of new products today with you guys. So if you would like to see how I got this look and if you would like to know a little bit about the products that I just got, then just keep on watching. So today I'm just going to be trying out a lot of new products. I'm going to be using the stuff that I recently got from Sephora, so check out my Sephora unboxing if you have not seen that already. But I'm going to be using all of the products that I just recently got from Sephora. And another product that I'm going to be trying out today is the NYX Gotcha Covered Concealer. I got this a while ago in an Ulta haul, so you can check out that haul as well. I swatched it and tried it on my hand, but I haven't tried it on my face since then, so I'm going to be doing that for you guys today. I'm just going to use this to conceal my eyelids because if you guys have seen my last few tutorials, I've been putting concealer on my eyelids just as a base and also to get rid of some of the darkness that I have on my lids, just so that the colors can show up a little bit more. I've been doing a lot of colorful tutorials, so I really need that color payoff. So I've been putting concealer on my lids instead of like a regular eye primer because I just feel like the eyeshadow primers don't really conceal the darkness that I have. I'm going to try this today in place of my LA Girl Pro Concealer, so we're gonna see how it works. And today I'm going to be trying the Beauty Blender for the first time. So I just wanted to show you guys like the size difference between the Beauty Blender and the Real Technique sponge. I just washed this and I just dampened this, so it was a lot smaller before I wet it, but it did get just a little bit bigger. But I just wanted to show you guys like the size next to each other, because if you see it just in the container it looks really small, but when you wet it, it gets bigger. So I'm going to be trying this out for the first time today to apply my face makeup and also my concealer and to set the concealer, all of that good stuff. So we're going to be using that. So I just grabbed like a little flat concealer brush from Beige Cosmetics and I'm going to use this to apply the NYX Gotcha Covered Concealer. I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand. When I tried this on the back of my hand in the Ulta haul, it was really thick, and I was telling you guys how I haven't tried a concealer that had such a thick consistency. So we're going to see. I'm just going to place this on my lid with a brush because the packaging is a squeeze bottle like this, so you really can't, I mean you could, but I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to apply it with a brush and then I'm going to blend it out with my sponge from Real Techniques. It blends pretty nice, but like I said, it does have a really thick consistency compared to my LA Girl Pro Concealer. But if you need just a little bit more coverage, maybe you can still see a little bit of my darkness peeking through, but it's really thick and like sticky almost. But also my Beauty Blender, I mean my Real Technique sponge is damp, so maybe that's why it feels like that. I don't know. Okay, so not too bad. It did the job. You really, I mean, it covered most of my darkness. I can still see a little bit of it peeking through here, but for the most part that did a good job. I'm going to take my Beige Cosmetics Contour and Blush Kit and I'm going to take the yellow shade right here and I'm going to use that to set this concealer. If a concealer is really like thick, you especially need to set that concealer in place because you don't want your concealer to start creasing, especially if it's on your eye. You don't want your eyeshadows to start moving around where you don't want them. So I'm going to heavily set them with this powder to make sure that everything stays in place. And the powder will also lighten up your lids a little bit more and give it like a little bit of brightness since it's the yellow powder. So there you go. For eyes today, I'm going to be using the Beige Cosmetics Carli Babel palette. I've been so excited because I've been wanting to do a video with this for you guys ever since I bought it. I have, as you can clearly see, I have been testing this out a bunch and I fell in love with it. So I'm going to use this palette today for my eyes. And the first color that I'm going to go in with is this one right here. It's like a nude color, and that's going to set our eyes even more. Like, I just sweep this all over. You can see it has like a hint of pink in it. I just put this right into my crease. Oh, and I'm using a Real Techniques base shadow brush for this color. I really like the way my eyebrows turned out. Like, I'm sitting here looking at how crisp they look. So this is just the first color we're gonna put down. Just blend that out. And my eyelids have been breaking out lately. I know you guys can see that. Like, you have to be able to see that. My eyes are in distress right now, and it's not even because of makeup, it's because of my allergies. They do this even when like I don't put on makeup for like a whole week. So I know it's not the makeup, and I also haven't really tried anything new before this, like directly onto my skin. So I know it's not the makeup, it's just my allergies acting crazy. So now I'm going to pick up this fluffy blending brush, and this is from the Beige Cosmetics Ultimate 36-piece brush kit. I'm going to take this shade right next to it, and I'm going to start putting that into my crease as well. And it's just going to deepen it up a little bit and give us just a little bit more color. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wing this eyeshadow out. I know, like, I've been doing nothing but winged out eyeshadow lately, but it's been my favorite like eyeshadow shape, and it also makes it really easy for you to do a wing liner if your eyeshadow is already kind of winged out. And it just doesn't have to be perfect, but it just makes it just a little bit easier, and I like the way that it turns out. I'm going to be doing some really crisp tutorials coming up, like with some scotch tape and everything. That's another easy way to get a really sharp eyeshadow, but I haven't tried it yet, so that'll be coming soon. But for now, freehanding it has been working for me. And like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, it just, you know, has to have some type of shape going up and out to it. Alright, so I'm going to use the same brush, and I'm going to use this deep cranberry shade over here. It's like it looks cranberry, but then when you put it on, it starts to look purple almost. So I don't even know how you would describe this color, but I'm just going to start putting that into my crease as well, and also creating that winged out shape. And even though you're creating like the winged out shape, you still want to make sure you're blending all of the colors together at the same time. So I'll just go back and forth to make sure this is all blended out. But you want to build this color up to however deep you want it to be. This shadow that I'm using now is like one of my favorite colors in the palette. It just stands out because it's like the deepest eyeshadow color in here. So pretty. I think I pretty much got the shape how I want it to be, and don't worry if it's like all messy on the sides, because I always either go in with the makeup wipe or some concealers to clean it up, or sometimes some people just like to leave the color there. Whatever works for you, you know. The color I'm gonna put on my lid is this one right here, and it's just a really pretty like rose gold color, it looks like. I'm just gonna pack that onto the lid, and I kind of go up a little bit higher than like that little space that we left there, just so that it all blends together really nicely. Y'all, look at my eyebrow. Yes. I usually would wet my brush, but I wanted to show you guys how pigmented these eyeshadows are in the Carli Babel palette without wetting them. I used the shimmery shade wet, and I mean, it was still good, but I tried it dry and it pretty much gave like the same color payoff. So you don't even have to wet these. They work flawlessly without being wet, as you can see, because I did not even wet my brush. So once that's down, I'm gonna go back in with my blending brush. I didn't pick up any more product. I just want to blend out those edges first, and then if I feel like some of the purple is kind of getting lost, then I'll go back in and add some more. Just gonna go in with whatever was left on that brush. You can really see these breakouts on my skin now. Okay, so that looks pretty good to me. I'm going to do winged liner now, and I'm going to be using the NYC Liquid Liner, of course. Now this part is challenging, so I don't know. We're going to try this on camera and see what happens, because sometimes it takes me a little bit to get it right.
Till I get up, time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left.
Wow. I actually did the wing on camera. The first time. Didn't mess up my eyeshadow. Y'all, that is literally like the worst feeling. Like when you spend time putting on your eyeshadow and then you just mess up the wing, it's just like, oh. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with lashes, and the lashes that I'm using today are by Beige Eyelure, and they are the Grand Glamour lashes. These are like my new favorite lashes. Oh my goodness, I just love these lashes. They're so cute and they're so dramatic. I love them. They were like $8.99 at Target, and I usually buy 99-cent lashes all the time. You guys know I rave about my Broadway eyes lashes. Like those are the only other lashes that I really use. But these right here have become my new favorite, even though they're like 8 times the price for one pair. But I've been wearing this pair for like 2 weeks now. I've just been reusing them and cleaning them really well, so you definitely can stretch the wear of these if you just take care of them and like don't get glue all over the place. I've been doing a good job of keeping these clean because I want to keep wearing them. A lot of people ask me about the eyelash glue that I use. It looks like this. It's called Strip Lash Adhesive with Aloe, and it's clear. It's by I Envy, which is by Kiss, so I guess this is some Kiss lash glue. But I mean, I really don't like it because it says clear but it really dries white, so like I have to go in and make everything really dark on my lash line if I want it to really blend. So I think I'm gonna switch back to my hair glue like very soon, because at least hair glue is already like black, you know. I don't remember if they had a black one by this brand, but I'm just gonna go back to the hair glue or the sassy glue because I really like that. The only thing was it dried out really fast, but that was back when like I wasn't even doing this many videos, so I wasn't doing my lashes as much. So I'm pretty sure if you use it a lot more often, it won't like dry out so quick, because that thing dried up. I was like, oh, okay, you just want to dry up? All right, cool. Lashes is another thing I don't really do on camera. That's about as close as we get in. Okay, so I applied these. Now I'm going to go in with my foundation. Lately I've been using the Makeup Revolution Pro Base Aqua Priming Base, and this is a spray, so it's like a primer water. And I got this from Ulta. Check out my Ulta haul. Got some good stuff. I have been loving this stuff, so before I go in with my foundation, I'm just gonna spray this all over my face. I sprayed this stuff on my face earlier today because what was I doing? I don't know what I was doing. I was just going out and I didn't want to put on any makeup, but I just wanted my face to be really hydrated, so I sprayed it all over my face. And it also says on the bottle that you can just use it without even putting on any makeup, so I wanted to try that today and I really liked it. The foundation that I'm going in with is the new foundation that I just picked up, and this is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation. I cannot wait to put this on my face. Oh my god, my lashes are sticking. Oh my goodness, it's so liquidy. Okay, maybe try to shake it up before you actually pump this on the back of your hand. Yeah, it's really liquidy. You see it? It's running, girl. Okay, I'm gonna apply this with my beauty blender and we're gonna see what this is like. We're also gonna see what the beauty blender is like. I'm gonna get a little bit more to like it's not enough. This is an interesting smell. I don't know if it's the foundation or if it's the beauty blender. It doesn't smell bad though, it's just interesting. Okay, so I mean, it's blending out really nicely, but I mean, my Real Technique sponge blends out nicely too. I'm trying to let y'all know if it's gonna be worth this $20. And I've been having just a little bit of that concealer sitting on my hand because I'm going to use that for my under eyes, and I wanted it to kind of warm up on my skin, so I left it on the back of my hand just so that it can blend out a little bit easier because it is a little bit thicker. Make sure we blend this down. The color, I love this. It's a perfect match for my skin tone. I'm just trying to see if I'm getting the actual coverage that I want. So I would say this is like medium coverage foundation. Definitely build it up like I just did, because that first little layer was like okay, but it looks a lot better now. And my lash is still sticking. Okay. I like this. Now I'm gonna take some of that concealer. and put a little bit underneath my eyes. I'm just putting this under my eyes to conceal these bags that I have, you know. But I'm gonna use my LA Girl Pro Concealer to highlight because I'm not putting this thick stuff all over my face. No. I would definitely just use this strictly for concealing and then go in with my highlighter, which is a little bit lighter than that. Alright, let's see what happens. Pull that concealer up to sharpen up the wing. Okay, the Beauty Blender is doing flawless in this area. I'm gonna grab this brush and clean up that little speck right there. Okay, good, got it. Make sure that is all blended out. Before I move on, I'm gonna go ahead and set this concealer under my eyes because I feel like if I don't hurry up and set it, it's gonna be a mess under there. So I'm gonna take my Mercier translucent powder for the first time. I couldn't be like more excited about some powder, but I'm going to set that real fast. I'm just using my Beauty Blender to get in there. Y'all, I freaking love this powder. Like, oh my god. I already blended my nose away. Let me hurry up and blend this away. My little bit of contouring that I do, just gonna do my little line here. And then I'm gonna take some of that powder on my Beauty Blender right under that contour. Oh, here is my bacon face. Let me get some back there. So that, oh, I done skipped my whole forehead, y'all. So I'm gonna take a powder brush from Beige Cosmetics. This is from the 36-piece kit. And we're just going to dust that away. Now for my contour, I'm using the BH Cosmetics Contour and Blush Palette, and I'm going to set that with this chocolate shade right here. And this is an angled contour brush from Beige Cosmetics. Kind of just want to blend out that harsh line. You can do this before you wipe away the powder if you want to. Alright, so now I'm going to set my entire face with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, and I'm in the color Dark Deep, and I'm just going to set everything in place. So make sure everything is seamless and nothing is looking crazy. I'm gonna go back into that darker shade that we used, and I'm going to drag that along my lower lash line. You make like the prettiest face when you're trying to get in that lower lash line. And for the inner corner, I'm going to use this shade right here. You cannot go without the inner corner highlight, I promise. It just opens your eyes up like, oh my goodness, yes. Now it's time for the real highlight. I'm gonna go in with my Sunbeam first. Benefit Sunbeam. Place this onto the high points of your face. I'm actually just going to take my Real Technique sponge and blend this out. And to set that, we're gonna be using the Glow Kit. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I am so excited. I'm actually going to use this shade right here. It is called Dripping in Gold, and I want to be dripping in gold right now, so we're gonna use that. And I'm gonna use that on a Beige Cosmetics fan brush. This is the large fan brush. God, oh yes, God. Yes to the highlights. I told y'all I was gonna like this stuff. Like, I already told y'all. Oh my God. I can never tell like if my highlight is like too strong or if it's just enough. I'm also going to take that on a flat brush and highlight the brow bone with that. Okay, is the highlight popping? I think yes. For lipstick today, I'm going in with ColourPop's Ultra Matte Lip in Limbo. I haven't used this in a tutorial in so long. To set everything, I'm going to be using the Super Goop Defense Refresh Setting Mist with Rosemary, and this is the little sampler that I got in my Sephora package. So I got this as a little sample because I applied a coupon online, so we're going to try this today since I used everything else from Sephora. Oh, we need to see how that sprays out first, okay. Oh my god. It smells like peppermint. That smells so good, but I was not ready for that. Oh wow. So this is the finished look. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I love all of the products that I picked up. I love this foundation, this dip brow. I love this concealer. I love this setting powder, the highlight. Like I fell in love with everything. As you can see, everything pretty much blended really nicely and everything just looks flawless to me right now. I mean, I love it. I was a little nervous about the NYX concealer because like I told you guys, it was a very thick consistency, and usually thick means like cakey or just creasy or sticky or something crazy like that. So I was just a little bit nervous about the concealer, but I think it did a really good job. And as you can see, the color payoff on my lids, it turned out really good. And also my under eyes look really good too, and they're not creasing. Even though my eyes are doing a little bit of watering, they just tend to do that because I have allergies, so they always water. But I think the concealer did a really good job, but like I said, I would not recommend that concealer to highlight with. I just recommend it to conceal because it is like super full coverage concealer. So you don't want to be having it like down the bridge of your nose and on your forehead and all that. It just would be too much. And also in the areas that I usually highlight under my eyes, I did not do that on top of that concealer. So I just used that concealer under my eyes because I felt like if I used that plus my LA Girl Pro concealer that I highlight with, that it would just be way too much makeup in that area. So I just went ahead and skipped that today. But I really like the way the makeup turned out, and I hope you guys liked it as well. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave, and I will see you in my next video. That's the way it was. You need. Ooh, you need.